You know, I wasn't going to do a video on this because I don't really react to prey catches or this shit whenever there's a prey to watch. But Roblox had other plans. These freaking cords. But Roblox had different plans. So now the situation blew up, and I'm glad it did. But now I have to react to it. Because my dumbass already watched Gideon and slept fed to it off camera. And I didn't think it was going to go anywhere. I'm like, that's unfortunate. Because the society continues to fail and fail and fail. However, the general public hates pedos. So this blew up. Moist Critical reacted to it. A bunch of people reacted to it. Even Jamari had to came out and talk about this. Jamari, I have to talk about this. So without further ado, let's get into it. And at the end of the video, I want to say something that it's very scary when I go back in time, especially the way how Roblox is moving. I'll reveal that at the end of the video, so stay tuned for that. So I'm gonna not waste all time. Let's get into it.
So back when I was a kid, your parents would always tell you not to talk to strangers. Teachers would talk about
that might have saved me to this day.
The dangers of creepy guys driving around in sketchy white vans offering you candy.
Oh, hey, little Timmy, I got an Xbox in the back. You want to jump in?
Oh, yeah. Do you happen to have San Andreas, my good sir?
I guess I'm just saying, in general, the threat of someone preying on your kid was something that was mainly a real-life concern.
Hey there! What are you doing there? Oh, no, wait, it's okay. No,
Stranger
no,
danger!
wait, it's okay,
Stranger
it's okay.
danger!
And don't get me wrong, back then there was still creeps lurking around in chat rooms and other social platforms geared towards kids, but I would say the problem was simply not as common. But nowadays, we obviously live life online, with that being even more true with each generation coming up. It's like from their earliest days, it's almost impossible to keep them away from modern day technology. Because even if you were very strict on your children, monitoring their every move, trying to make sure they don't become a tablet kid, once they get into places like schools or really anywhere they will interact with other kids, they will be exposed to a whole new world that is the internet. And though technology has changed, human nature has not, and these kids want to fit in and do what their friends do, which includes the way they socialize, which nowadays is largely through video games and other online social platforms.
Now, the playground. If you play.
True.
Playground is these apps. These kids congregate on these apps, and where there are.
I want to talk about it. Now, I will say, are kids really on the playground often? No. But you will see some go to the playground here and there. It's not completely empty. It's not like a abandoned building how society's been saying it is. It's quiet, but it's not completely dead. There's still some hope.
Our children congregating, they're right there behind.
And over the last 2 decades, and especially in the last 5 years, one of the most popular ways for kids to do so has been through Roblox.
Kid watches, she plays Roblox all the time. They're addicted.
For those of you who don't
And
know,
I used to be a big Roblox guy when I was a kid. But I saw a YouTube group called The Pals. By the way, real ball knowledge if you know that group. Unfortunately, the only person that's still big or doing content, I believe, is Dennis. Even then, I don't know if he's still doing content. But yeah, I was a big Roblox guy.
Oh,
But I don't be one of the craziest stories not crazy, but one of my fun memories was I was playing Roblox. I was a guest. You know what I'm saying? I was a guest. Boo, 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 guest, boo. And I was playing Murder Mystery. I was Prime Murder Mystery. Murder Mystery 2. This was during Prime Murder Mystery 2. That game was going crazy. And I won the game as a murderer. Was overjoyed because I sucked at the game. Because I played the game on phone tablet and you cannot throw knives. So I had to secretly shank, and actually had to strategize, not just go on a killing spree. Sweet, but I ended up winning, and everyone's like, "Bro, we suck at this game, bro. I guess we won." Yeah, definitely one of my favorite memories, bro. Playing on that game.
Roblox is as much of a community as it is a game.
But I left a long time ago.
Originally started as a way for kids to learn to develop games back in 2006, exploded over the years to be a complete clusterfuck of a place to be. Basically, anyone can go on there and make whatever game they want.
Anyone can design their own games to put into the Roblox mall, and users come and they visit all of those games.
Which has led to a plethora of smoke and mirrors for to deploy so they can talk to kids.
Roblox is interesting in the fact that it can allow users to create its own content. So users can create their own games, and those games can include adult themes like violence or sex or drugs.
I've seen so many horrible things happen on Roblox. I've seen games that fully simulate with fluids.
This has led to real-life incidents where children are drawn in by these sickos online, who take time to speak with them in some cases for months or even years to gain their trust. They gain information about these kids, and then they use it against them for both online and real-life blackmail.
What happened to our client is every parent's worst nightmare. A 13-year-old girl playing a game that is designed for children.
And then I heard rumors that Roblox was slowly starting to was getting out of hand with that. So I'm like, and then I become like 18 at this point, or I was nearly grown. I wouldn't say fully 18, but I didn't want to be on an app known as Bedfell, so I left it behind. Thought about maybe getting it again for some content, but I decided not. And now I'm definitely not going back after
was
this.
Introduced and ultimately by a 37-year-old.
A Georgia man allegedly met a 13-year-old girl on Roblox, then drove to Topeka, Kansas, and picked her up in the middle of the night. Patrick Shane Pensack was arrested in January for engaging in activity with a 13-year-old boy that he met again on Roblox. The police say he posed as a teenage girl,
chatting through multiple different gaming platforms, including Roblox.
These are just a few of countless Roblox cases where these online antics have resulted in real-life consequences.
So we represent over 400 children that were sexually exploited at the hands of Roblox. We think that there are tens and tens of thousands of individuals dating back to the early days of Roblox that have been sexually exploited by the company.
These creeps use a variety of methods to do this, with one of the most common being to meet a kid on Roblox, get them to move to another form of communication that is less monitored like Snapchat or Instagram, and that is where they do their dirty work.
The people who prey on children know the apps that are the most secure and the most protected, and they'll try to switch the conversations into those types of platforms.
Kids beg for Robux from their parents, but that's also created an opening for to transfer Robux to kids in exchange for being their friend or even coercing them to create child. material.
And with over 110 million people logging into their Roblox accounts per day, the platform and this overall problem is growing rapidly every year.
Who's been offered free Robux to do something that was inappropriate in the game? Or someone has said, I'll give you some free Robux if you come and follow me on Snapchat or TikTok or something like that. Who's had that happen? Okay.
And despite Roblox's claims that they are doing everything in their power to make their platform safer for children every day, their recent actions actually suggest the opposite. As recently a YouTuber named Schlep has been silenced by the platform after he and Gideon were making content centered around vigilante justice on Roblox.
Us working together, I believe we've caught 5 to 6 dudes, and I believe out of those 6 dudes, 5 of them have gotten arrested. I mean, the work we've done together has been amazing.
Basically, Schlep and his team were using Roblox just like Chris Hansen was in the chat rooms back in the day, trying to pose as an unassuming child stumbling into a world they really have no business in, and in turn exposing the disgusting who inhabit these online communities.
Roblox lets anybody say anything that they want in an open chat. Roblox might censor some things, however, a lot of predators found ways to circumvent Roblox's moderation systems.
Because it's made for children, the platform does not collect any personal information about its users. That means that all of these avatars that are playing inside this metaverse are anonymous.
To make it very clear, Schlep, real name Michael, was not purposely luring these individuals in, but merely going online as any other kid could, trying to have a normal Roblox experience, and being almost immediately met with improper messages and interactions with these in some cases within 30 minutes of creating these new accounts.
Almost always play a naive kid who doesn't know anything about this stuff, so they teach us about this stuff. If you watch these videos, you know how the chats are going, and they're not even on Roblox. Most of the chat logs are on Discord, and they're accusing me of getting people off of platform onto different social medias.
And these were actually successful missions they were conducting, as in the last year they had already gotten a handful of sickos arrested using these methods.
But he was actually an avid trader, and he was a developer on Roblox. Keep in mind, he doesn't work for Roblox, but he was developing a game on their platform.
Schlep had personally made this his mission to bring awareness to this issue, because back when he was still a minor, he was very active on Roblox for years, and he says that he was a victim of the very same problem on the very same platform.
When I was young, I was definitely victimized by some people in the Roblox community.
And the fact that Roblox has now sent him a cease and desist and is threatening legal action including
guess who wants me to open the freaking door in this hot ass room? Come here. Come here. No, I don't want you to don't do nothing. No, don't you dare get any funny ideas. I'm not doing this tonight.
monetary damages against him is a huge red flag. They basically told him he can never use their platform again under any circumstances, and they don't want him making this type of content, drawing a clear line in the sand that they are more concerned with protecting their own image and keeping parents and other adults uninformed in the dark about this growing problem than actually concerning themselves with the safety of the tens of millions of kids who use their platform every single day. And this is actually not the first time they have done this, as back in 2021 they sued a YouTuber named Ruben Sim, who was doing similar vigilante work on their platform.
On the surface, Roblox likes to present itself as a very well-moderated, well-kept platform, but it's all, can I swear?
Yeah.
But it's all bull.
Now I will say this guy was a little bit more extreme with his style, and they actually sued him on Thanksgiving, eventually reaching a settlement because they felt like he was harassing and making threats towards their employees. This also resulted in him being permanently banned from accessing Roblox, with him also being mandated to remove any content that went against the terms of their settlement. He also had to pay them $150,000.
The first sentence of the legal complaint describes me as the leader of a cyber mob. They had accused me of things like malice and fraud and oppression.
And the strangest part of it all is that they seem more concerned and act more swiftly against these guys trying to make their platform a safer place than they do when they know someone is doing some grimy, disgusting shit.
You go to roblox.com/support, submit a moderation ticket, and then fill out the prompt with all the information regarding our arrest and give you guys the same Google Drive that we give to the cops. And in a lot of instances, Roblox won't even ban after we reach out to them regarding felony arrest.
Because whenever we do report, whenever the guys get arrested, and whenever the guys, like all the messages and stuff that they sent, you guys don't respond. You guys don't get back until the video dropped. So y'all need clout in order to do stuff.
For example, there was an actual game developer on Roblox named Arnold Castillo, who became famous after he made some of the most popular games on the Roblox platform, netting over $40,000 in 8 months from his work on Roblox. He did this by selling game passes, his developer products, and virtual items within his game. This obviously gained him massive status on the platform, which he in turn parlayed into various online personas where he preyed on kids through Roblox, Instagram, and Discord for years, which eventually led to him bringing a 15-year-old girl across the state to his New Jersey home. And let me tell you guys, he was not planning on playing checkers.
Castillo made tens of thousands of dollars because this game was so popular and children loved it so much.
Now, the real kicker is that several users had caught on to his pattern of behavior long before this kidnapping occurred. And in the end, even after this guy got charged, they still did not want to take down his Sonic-themed game, and had actually not planned to do so until Sega hit them with a cease and desist of their own.
Ultimately, it wasn't Roblox that shut down his Sonic Eclipse game. It was Sega. It was the intellectual property rights of a corporation that resulted...
I don't even think they have to do that. They didn't have to do that.
...in that game being shut down, not all the complaints that these users had made to Roblox about child safety.
Now this has all led to where we are today, where parents around the world want Roblox banned altogether. A woman from Atlanta even filed a lawsuit against Roblox and Discord, claiming that the Roblox platform design enables abuse by allowing unrestricted communication between its users, that they fail to verify user age, and that they do little to intervene even when they know someone is using their platform to prey on kids, and also to meet and create online communities with other predators. The mom says these lack of safety measures led to her 10-year-old daughter being abducted by someone who she met on their platform.
Naval says he drove hours from his home south of Sacramento to Central California to pick up the girl. On April 13th, police found her with Naval in his car, more than 250 miles away from her home.
So when did you discover she was 10 years old?
Now at the end of the day, it is damn near impossible for them to completely eliminate this problem, and with over 110 million active users every day, some shit is going to happen. But the sheer fact that they have this growing track record of silencing the people trying to bring light to this issue, banning them from their platform, and not taking reports of improper behavior seriously is beyond disturbing. I mean, yes, it is true, parents should obviously do a better job of monitoring what their children do online, but it's also apparent that Roblox seems to care more about their bottom line and public reputation than they do keeping the actual users of their platform safe. Which to me, this whole situation is not that different than elementary school turning a blind eye to creeps hanging out on the playground during recess. Because keep in mind, this is a game that is advertised to kids. They know that at least 40% of their users are under the age of 13, and even after 19 years of being in business, they simply have not put the safety precautions into this community that they should have. I do want you guys to keep in mind that Roblox is a publicly traded company with investors to appease, so let's hope this bad news cycle really hurts their pockets and their stock value, so maybe they can actually start caring. But yes guys, it is sad the world that kids have to grow up in nowadays. I mean, if I was a parent, Roblox would simply be IP banned in my house. I really don't know
Not
what the
facts.
answer is to all this bullshit going on online and all these creeps creating these inner circles online where they're doing all this nasty shit. I know that some platforms are trying to go like the age verification route where they want your government ID and shit like that, but to me all of that feels like a huge violation of privacy. But I want to know what you guys think about this down below. As always, also want to thank you guys for watching.
Hey, W video, Jamari. It's unfortunate that we even have to talk all about this, so. Anyways, I hope y'all enjoyed that video, and I will see y'all later. Peace.